All right, y'all ready for your next poet? Say yes.
Yes.
This next poet is all the way from Mars, by way of Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
He was born on another planet and he still returns there every now and then. I'm talking like this because he talks like this. If you saw him last month, then you know what you were about to expect. If this is your first time, get ready.
Already.
Already. Y'all put your hands together for Mr. C.P. Man!
The worst Mason impression I've ever heard.
There's a madman mumbling in the middle of my mouth. A Moses climbing the mountains in my mind. He's running from the burning bush in my lower spine, and it hurts to not know the worth of a gift. So next Christmas, unwrap my lips and varnish my tongue everlasting. Poetry is just the vehicle for my passion, but sometimes my heart pit stops into these late night emergency rooms where x-rays reveal my heart, liver, and soul is covered in poetry spots. I suffer from severe symptoms of a soul slaving for that perfect middle passage. Mouth tells mind, stay focused. Never lose sight of the poem, even when they're throwing scores overboard. Pray that you make it through this middle passage, middle passage, Mom. Ocean's hands are hemorrhaging, holding on to the steering wheel. My mouth labors over unearthed self-worth in the passenger seat, and I'm silent. Like baby breasts born into the womb of graveyards. Where all my caretakers, the stem of my pistols running dry. Don't know if this next poem will be an ominous spit or cry. Know that my eyes are running out of water to survive. Poetry is just a vehicle for my passion, and this car is rattling like the upset stomach of a god forced to swallow way too much fucking pride. Anorexic angels are moving mangled, Jones like junkies in heaven, tightly tightening halos around humorous bones. They want to shoot up all the humility as humans take for granted, and my pupils are two rust-colored planets gazing from the passenger seat. I think about heaven, Hiroshima. How it doesn't take a lifetime to realize we're all just one of the many lifelines in the calloused hands of God. Muse, manicure my handwriting. Hold me accountable for dotting the I's and crossing the T's in words like spirit and faith. I will paper this fucking world with words. Lay in the sheets that dreams fornicate with the face of the future, and conceive a child called Tomorrow. Nickname him Beautiful, but give him my pen's last name. A bouncing boy, you're beautiful, Maze. God damn it, one day you're gonna grow up to be beautiful, Maze. But until then, never let go of your paper and pen. Dream while you're fucking awake. Sleep when you're dead. Cause the cradle of civilization is rocking in unrest because of uneven legs. Pin the poem to place underneath to even out the walking dead. And you can ask whatever fucking God you believe in. The only absolute truth in truth is that we will always be the only gods they ever believe in. Give up on giving up and die dreaming, knowing that God never gave up on you.
Oh! That being said, are y'all ready to hear some poetry?
Yeah.
All right. Coming up first to the stage, because I haven't heard him personally in a very long time, and I'm just really excited to. We're going to get him to do one now, and we're going to get him to come back and do some more later. So y'all put your hands together for my boy, Mania!
Let's go!
Yeah, I know. Oh, excuse me, my water.
How's everyone feeling?
Good.
That wasn't everybody.
Something with that.
Where do we want to start? Your life is running rampant, and you're caught up in the race. You fear for my companionship because you're afraid I'll drop the pace, and you have people from your past who have you convinced you got too much shit. So now you're trying to scare me off before I get your hopes up and quit. It's been 2 years since I've done that piece. Let's start with something else. All right, brief interlude. 2 days ago, no, actually it's been 3. Monday, nice little disintegration of my home plan. So that piece is usually my, okay, I'm not loved anymore, so let me throw that out. And I thought I'd be able to pull it off, but not so much. So let's go a little harder. Let's go a little harder.
That's what she said.
Oh, that's right.
Responsibility wants you to pay attention to your children. They're always listening. Always learning to look for leaps of faith. Don't fail them now. You think sterile environments are best for building character, but character flaws would beg to differ. See, in your picture, pain has no presence, much less any precedence. Love is never less than its equal opposite. Anger doesn't exist. No one is trying to harm you. Everyone is honest and can be trusted with truth, so you teach them to reach from the outside to answer questions. Well, pop quiz, parents. If you begin planning college acceptance letters at age 3, when do you plan on conducting crash courses on self-awareness? You're so busy dreaming that your eyes' only apples are someday going to fall so far that you've forgotten to dream themselves how to know who they really are, and if you raise that bar high enough, they will always choose limbo over long-run, pole-vaulting vision. Overprotection is not a support system. Your expectations are not motivational material. These are the means by which young minds make themselves feel more worthless. Where were you when they just needed someone to listen? Like it or not, you've never even heard them whisper, pay attention. They were your children. Now they are whirlwinds of wasted energy, adolescence. Early pubescent trials are tearing them limb from limb. While you make light of the world they are enduring alone, you've even had the nerve to tell them they don't know what real problems are, but their radar screams air raid sirens at your lack of understanding. Under attack, they're scrambling from the lies you told to keep them innocent forever. And now your severed sense of natal instinct is going to cost them all their heads when reality comes to collect its crop cut and dried. Pay attention. Because now your children have their own children and they're still searching for significance. Doesn't irony have a sick sense of humor? How do you like them now? After they've dropped out, attempted suicide, and keep sneaking out of rehab to smoke their insecurities with other sob stories. Misery's beloved company is too far from the cradle to correct them now. As it turns out, maybe you should have set the record straight. Maybe you should have told them how every great stride can come with several slaps backward. How people can really be bitches and bastards who break all the rules to look out for number one. Tell your daughters and sons this is the real world. Work isn't fun. All for one is more like once and for all. And fighting for your life can be a lot more than you've got the strength for. Some days ignorance is bliss, but there's hell to pay when life passes your progress plans at warp speed. And now, whenever they need answers, they do exactly what you taught them to. They reach outside for explanations when inside their own revelations would have been ingenious enough. There's nowhere to go when the going gets tough. Evolution is eating us all alive with fear at the top of our food chain, so check your methods. You need to learn to make the best of their young brilliance while you can still see well enough for yourself to enjoy their individual reactions. Pay attention while they're still your children, while they're still listening. Teach them to pray. Teach them to seize the day. Teach them to fight, come whatever may, hell or high water, feast or famine, true or false. Teach them to create anything they can, no matter how much it'll cost, and pay attention while they're still amazed by the power of a whisper. Waste nothing. Want nothing in return. Allow them to be themselves as they live, as they learn, and for God's sake, teach them, by example, what it means to pay attention. Oh!
Y'all ready for some more poetry?
Oh, yeah.
All right, all right. Coming back up to the stage. Y'all saw him already. I will bring. Oh, no, 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 no! Ooh!
Oh!
I almost forgot. We have somebody here that I saw out of my keen eyesight that they had a notebook. And when I see someone bring a notebook to a poetry reading, I assume they want to read some poetry. I assumed correctly. So now, coming to the stage is the very beautiful, very looking forward to, Miss Amorous.
Nice touching that.
Yoga.
Wow.
Whips and chains, beatings and more beatings.
All right.
Hunger and lynch, mothers sacrifice, fathers cannot decide, children auction, working for the whites, beatings and more beatings. The pretty browns, now having biracial little ones. The brothers sent off in the field without reason, feet, flesh, bleeding, quenched and drenched with no water or shower to cool off. And the jolly white poster board is laughing outrageously. Define character, you amateur. Blue raindrops covering the heart with no screams, just silence.
Y'all ready for your next artist? Say yay, huh?
Yeah.
I called him an artist because he's about to do something that I don't think I've ever seen him do. I don't know if he's gonna do it like he does what he normally does, or if he's gonna do it aside from what he normally does and just do something totally different.
That's pretty ambiguous. I like it. That's awesome.
Isn't it?
I want to see how long you're gonna go.
That's how I keep my girlfriend. But y'all saw him up here earlier with the guitar,
Yeah.
right? And he gonna come back up here and do his thing with the piz on. Y'all put your hands together for my boy, Just John.
Hey.
You're welcome, sir. Mr. Cope.
So I told Tab as far as that's it. I got a poem.
Good stuff.
So, I'll tell you where this came from before I give you this. I was in Philly last weekend for a funeral. And I went to a poetry spot after that funeral and seen Shelley Bell. Most of y'all know her. Dope poet. So while she's up there spitting, man, I was just like inspired and I started scribbling in my phone. So I figured it'd be kind of, what the hell is this? Let's make love on canvas and let the sweat from our bodies paint a mural of our love in shades of green under skies of blue. Tonight, let us not light candles but become them, set ablaze one another, melt away into an abyss, interwoven like tapestry, our bodies so close that I am you and you are me. Let us not listen to the radio, but to the music of our bodies as they undulate in symphonic passions, heart beating in a now time signature. For our love composed by God, conducted by passion, has a rhythm that only we can dance to, where I know all the ways you want me to move. This night, let me look at you like only I'm supposed to. Feel my eyes touching you. Telepathically is how I want to talk to you. Let's break the rules of what humans can do. We can make love in the clouds if you just remember, there's no spoon. And maybe we can move on up a little higher, like to the dark side of the moon. For the love we make this night is so sustainable, we can breathe anywhere, do anything. We can become fire and fall like rain. We can walk on the water and feel no pain. Feel the motion of our vessels as we try to escape them, break them, set our spirits free, and become what true love always was, energy. Tonight, let's make love on canvas. Da Vinci created the Mona Lisa, and I created you. And when I wake up, I swear I'm going to find you so that we can make love on canvas.
Hey.